shadows in the night under the starlit skies. Rebels in the moonlight, wandering souls, born to raise hell with the devil's own might. Fulfill and the paper Rotti rotten through the night. Nights of darkness sworn to fight. Legends of the South, tales of old, legends of the Whiskey Road, stories untold. Leather and steel, guns ablaze, riding on through the darkest day. Outlaws of the shadows, lost in time, born to raise hell with the devil's own might. Fulfill and the paper Rotti rotten through the night. Nights of darkness sworn to fight. Down to raise hell with the devil's own might. Fulfill and the paper Rotti rotten through the night. Nights of darkness sworn to fight. A fight. Rebels who raise hell with the devil's own might. Fulfill and the paper Rotti rotten through the night. Nights of darkness sworn to fight. A fight. A fight. Lord to fight. The fight.
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's a Monday on a Saturday.
Yep.
Monday on a Saturday. Yes. Yes, the crew's here. The chat's on fire. Fire, I'll tell you. Everybody's fired up.
About it, singles.
How are you, friends? How are you, Gia?
I'm good. I'm good,
I am
everybody.
Fantastic right now.
Yeah,
Tell
I
me
may
about
have.
your idea.
I may have.
NCR.
I may have
Go ahead.
sent. I may have sent NCR a few things to ponder.
Yes, they were all devastating. I have emotional damage.
I may have found him some golf girls.
Uh-oh.
Well, he sent me
Uh-oh.
one, and she would have been very age appropriate for me,
No,
but she's taken.
I did not know that. I did not know.
Dude,
Fairness
they
to me,
still
I didn't.
dress
I
as
just
goth.
saw golf.
57 years old.
Yes, yes.
Ah,
She was
ha,
51.
ha.
She was 51. She was 51, but she's in his daydreams.
Wow.
Well, let's be honest. You know, I'm 38. She's 40. So it would have been the perfect age range for me. But the issue is she's taken, and you know,
Yeah, don't step on any toes.
Especially with people who like knives.
Yes.
well, I like knives. I have a very
Yes.
nice collection.
And don't go to a concert.
Well, I've never been to a concert.
Well, don't go to Coldplay. Don't go to
Yeah.
Coldplay. Don't go
God.
to Coldplay. That's
God.
the key there.
I know
God,
the Philly mascot video is hysterical.
Yeah.
Oh my
There-
God.
There's another one. It happened at a ball game where a guy holds up a sign. This is my
My
wife.
wife. Yes. Yes. There'll be
Well,
"This is my wife" T-shirts for sale there soon.
Yeah.
I was on Facebook this afternoon, and I was seeing like memes of that, and one of them came from the horror movie group I'm in. It was the scene from the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre where Leatherface grabs the girl. I'm like, okay, I get it. And then as I'm scrolling down more on my feed, it's just like different AI generated photos of celebrities and movie characters. One of them was Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger from Twins. I'm like, oh my god, perfect. It was perfect. Should have grabbed him.
Yeah, the
Hold
dude
around.
already resigned. He could have just kept his mouth shut. Yep, already resigned.
Well, I have to ask the panel here, what would be worse? Getting caught having an affair at a Coldplay concert or using Coldplay lyrics to torture your family in a hostage situation?
That
No,
is
there's already a video game. Like in an hour, they made a video. With Legos.
I'd have to say getting caught at the concert. I have to say getting caught at the concert. That would be horrible.
That would be horrible, but the last one's actually true. That happened. And it happened in the crazy state of Florida. Man took his entire family hostage and was torturing with Coldplay lyrics. And they ended the hostage situation with a pizza.
Yeah, he resigned today.
Well, yeah,
Because-
the company would not put up with that.
Yeah, he resigned.
So bad luck on the company. Bad luck.
Yeah,
on the
they were
company.
both on suspended leave or whatever, and then he resigned today. Yep.
Listen, Ted, you've been a phenomenal guy for the company. You've been doing great. But
Hey, if
We're
he's
gonna have
gonna just
we're gonna have to
remember,
let you
if he'll do it with you, he'll do it to you.
Ooh.
Yep.
Do it to me. Do it to
Yep.
me, baby.
Do it. He'll do it. See, there's more sexual harassment. Thanks a lot, Phil.
Well, technically it's
There we
not
go.
It's a
Because
song
we were-
lyric. It's a song lyric.
Uh-huh.
It is.
No, it's from
Pretty fly
Offspring,
for a white
Pretty
guy.
Fly for
Yeah.
a White Boy.
Yeah.
That was a popular song back in the day.
Do it to me. Take your time, won't you do it? Da, 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 da. It's an old song.
That isn't it.
That's not it. There's
No.
an older one then.
From
There's
Offspring.
a 70s one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was from the Offspring.
Okay.
Pretty
Still
fly
touring,
for
by the
a
way.
white guy.
Still touring.
Yes, they are. I believe they're they're doing like Everclear and a couple other Smash Mouth maybe. A couple other
Now, Smash Mouth
bands.
stopped touring for a while.
Well, they're doing Offspring's doing a like 90s popular band tour kind of thing.
Now, I do know that Bare Naked Ladies used to do one hell of a concert when they were touring. Like, they would sell out fast because people just love to go to the shows because you just guaranteed a good time.
I tell you, the best concert I think I ever went to was a John Cougar Mellencamp concert. It was phenomenal. He puts on a great show. It's fun, interactive. It was great. And Chris Isaac puts on a good show too.
Oh, that. I want to be surprised by that one. Now, one of the people I've heard that has one of the worst shows to go to is well, it's back when they were still touring. It was Kiss.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you would think you're going to have a great time. It's one of the biggest rock bands of all time.
What are you doing?
But then you're dealing with a bunch of the fans and the diehard Kiss Army dudes who are just
Yeah.
can't get past the fact that, dude, you're in your 60s and you're trying to pick a fight with a dude who just started listening to their music,
Right.
which is something I've always hated. Is 'cause a lot of my family, they listen to either country or rap, and me, I've always listened to rock and classic rock. So, like, getting into like stuff like Meatloaf and Deep
Yeah.
Purple,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah,
wish I
I've
could have
been-
gone to one of his shows. Wish
I've
I
been
could've
to a
gone his show.
lot of good music. A lot. I'm very grateful. A lot.
She saw Les Paul and Rita Ford when they were touring.
To be fair, she was one of the original Rat Pack groupies.
That's true. That's true to us. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen Fleetwood Mac. I've seen Ramsey Lewis. I've seen Chick Corea, Front Row. I've seen Stevie Wonder. I've seen BB King. I've seen I mean, I have been to so much good music. I'm so grateful.
Yep.
I'm so grateful to watch legends, genius. I've seen Michael McDonald live in an outdoor event. Oh my God, just fabulous. I've seen Tower of Power like 15 times. What a fun show. Small venues.
I've actually never been to a concert, and I was going to go to my very first one on my 20th birthday, but I got fucked over.
Oh.
Uh,
Okay, I got to go along with Lisa here. Rammstein is freaking phenomenal live.
God, I know.
They have pyrotechnics and just I mean that is a show. I mean that is a show.
See, Lisa
Now,
will understand my frustration on this because it's a band that she likes as well. But a band called Nightwish, we're going to play in Orlando. And I had just got paid. I'm like, okay, plan is to go get a taxi, go to the concert, have fun, come back home and go to work the next morning. But as I'm going to pick up my paycheck, the relief guy who's supposed to cover my shift is standing outside spraying his eyes with the water hose. As I'm going to pick up my check, my boss goes like, hey, listen, I know you're supposed to have the night off, but you're going to need to come in. I'm like, why? He's like, well, the relief guy got hurt and you're going to need to come in. Like, how did he get hurt? He didn't look hurt when I was out there. It looked like he just rinsed his eyes. He's like, well, he's going to have to take the night off. You're going to have to come in. I'm like, I'm already pissed off. So I just tell him, if anybody touches my radio in the back, I will hit them with a fucking plate. Because I was working at a restaurant. So I cash my check, get the CD that they were going to do a show of. And I come in, I start asking people, why did I have to come in? The moron took a hose, stuck it in a bottle of industrial degreaser, and cranked it all the way up. And I'm like, why did he stick the hose in the bottle? It's already hooked up to a dispenser.
right.
No, he just did it.
I've even seen Sinatra. See how old I am?
I was just going to say, was it in his heyday?
No, it wasn't in his heyday.
Did he play My Way for You?
But he did. Yes. Yes.
See, Celeste, there's a band that I have followed for a really long time when they started off as the opening act for people. And I used to go see them all the time, and I had that exact same experience. And now that they're like a bigger group, you have to pay like an ungodly amount of money to get a backstage pass anymore. I refuse to do it. Wish they would go back to smaller shows because we'd sit out. And, I would go to the merch table, and we'd have conversations and shoot the shit and just be friendly.
The Coach House in San Juan Capistrano. It's a little nothing club with great acoustics. You can, get a booth. You can be within 20 feet of the band. They don't make those places anymore. They want to fill an arena. I won't go.
I wish I could have, if I could time travel, I wish I could go back in time to watch one of Meatloaf's performances back when he was doing that one.
Yeah.
So fabulous.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yep. Gothic Sparrow. True story. I was in drug treatment. and Lover Boy came to concert, and the concert was at a venue that was like maybe 6 blocks from the drug treatment center I was in, and several of us considered breaking out of treatment to go see Lover.
Well, you were working for the weekend.
Well, you know. And now I tell that story, I'm embarrassed that I wanted to break out to go see Lover Boy.
Right, right.
Okay, it could be worse. It could be worse. It could be Barry Manilow.
The fact that you can laugh about those stories now, Phil, is incredible. You know what I mean?
Right.
You
I've
could be
actually-
dead. You
I've-
made the right choice. You could be dead.
I was headed that way. There's no doubt in my mind. I was headed that way. I was my behavior was suicidal.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I put myself in a lot of bad situations, hoping somebody would kill me.
Yep.
I envy Lisa. She got to see Selena's last performance live.
Now you can bag on Barry Manilow if you want to, but if you ever go to his show, it is actually a good time.
Yeah, I saw him many
He
years
does
ago
put on
too.
a good show. It's entertaining.
Long time ago.
Entertaining.
Yep.
I say we find a way to get Zoe to go to a Barry Manilow show so he can sing Mandy, but make it just, oh, Zoe, you came and you tore up the sea."
That was great. Okay. The other person who puts on a really good show is Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
Oh.
He still sounds good.
Yeah.
He still sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Diana Ross. I saw REO Speedwagon. I saw Santana. I saw... God, it's just... I'd have to write it down to remember it all.
Yeah. I got to go see Johnny Cash for free. Because after I got out of the treatment center I went to, he came to our town to do a show, and he gave the aftercare program there free tickets to his show. And so I got to meet Johnny and Roseanne Cash, and it's great. They're wonderful people.
Phil, don't lie. It was not at the after the aftercare. It was Folsom Prison. Don't lie.
It was Folsom Prison. Yeah. It was. Well,
I saw you there. I saw you in that.
It was at Fort Madison, Iowa prison, but yeah, it was at prison.
Sorry, I had you. You left the door open.
Yeah, right. Again, it's an entertaining show. I'm not hey, Big and Raiders.
Hey, Big and Raiders.
I'm not a big country music fan, but it is an entertain. They're there to entertain, right? It's a show. They have interaction between them and and everything else, and it's a really good show. So,
well, that's the thing about Johnny Cash's music. It spoke to everybody.
Yeah. Well, the Big and Raiders are here. We should probably get to a video. You think? I think so.
Yay, Big and Raiders. Welcome, everybody.
I got a couple from my bestie Sue Bear. So we're going to start off with Mr. Magoo appearing in front of Judge Simpson again. This guy is a special kind of soft set.
Good morning, Your Honor. After the lobby for the people.
Sir, state your name.
For any of those who aren't familiar, Mr. Magoo has appeared in front of Judge Simpson now multiple times, and he always goes the pro se and soft set route, and Simpson has just had it with him at this point.
Mr. Magoo.
Yep, Mr. Magoo. His actual name
that
is
brings back
Magoo.
memories.
I know, and he's about as smart.
I'm here on a special appearance, Your Honor. Magoo is Easy Elastical Trust, registered in Jackson County, on case number 2522246.
Okay, is your name Daniel Magoo?
Your Honor, that is the name you seek, and it is copyrighted and trademarked.
Okay, very well. Mr. Magoo, are you represented by an attorney, or do you wish to be represented by an attorney on these matters?
I am not.
Do you wish to be?
No. Not at this time.
Let me then do this. You have two cases before this court, one being the case ending, let me get the full case number 25F40523. In that case, sir, the complaint does allege that on March 27, 2004, you committed the offense of operating while intoxicated. Do you understand what you're charged with?
I do not.
You do not understand
There is
that?
no eyewitnesses or corroborating witnesses at all.
I'm not asking whether or not the proofs are there. Do you understand what you are charged with?
I do not.
Do you understand the notion of drunk driving?
I do not understand how I could be
We've been
charged with
through this
something without a
before on
witness.
your other cases when you represent yourself, so we'll just do it.
You're talking about the case that's in federal court right now,
You
Your
are
Honor?
before a complaint in that case for a charge of operating while intoxicated, third offense. Because it's a third offense, that is a felony. It is punishable by up to $500 to $5,000, up 1 to 5 years incarceration. The court can order probation, 30 days to 1 year in jail, or at least 48 hours must be conserved consecutively. The court can also order commute.
Sorry. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Dave. Get your soft set cards warmed up. He's going
Yep.
for the win. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Right
Yes,
off the bat.
yes, he is. Oh, it gets worse. Trust me. It
And
gets
I never
worse.
understand why they say, "Are you this person?" He says, "No, I'm not." Then what are you doing here? Why doesn't the judge say, "Then what are you doing here?"
Right. Oops, hold on.
Community service,
I need to tickle that button. Tickle that
Court can
button.
also order your vehicle immobilized, can order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services.
As I am here and as a trust, Your Honor, I am here in exclusive equity. Exclusive equity.
You count 2 on that complaint is the charge of operating while license suspended, denied, and or revoked. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs, and your vehicle could be subject to immobilization.
My license is
Count
canceled,
3.
not suspended or revoked. It is
Count 3
canceled through the state
on
of
that
Michigan.
complaint
Canceled.
is the charge of escape from lawful custody. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year, a $1,000 fine.
I was never arrested or read any Miranda rights accordingly.
Assume, given that the defendant is talking in English, that he understands English, understands the nature of those charges and what he's charged against.
So malicious prosecution by
wishes
Washington
to
County
represent
prosecutor as
himself.
usual.
Sir, there is great peril in representing yourself. You will be held to the same standards as anybody apply or
This is a matter under the Eastern
not
District of
assist
Michigan
you in
Federal
any
Court.
way, or
Case
show
number
you any
2511226.
favoritism because you were not represented by counsel. I would further indicate, sir, that at any point during these proceedings, if you wish to be represented by counsel, you can make that request to the court and counsel would be appointed to represent you. Because of the defendant's conduct in the past in not acknowledging the court and what the court is saying, the court does make the presumption that he does speak English. He understands that. I would further state on the record that Mr. Magoo has been through this process before. He does understand that if he does wish to be represented by counsel, the court would give him counsel or would have counsel appointed to represent him in this matter. In the case 25F30979, in that case, sir, you are before a complaint that alleges that on or about July 3rd of 2025, count 1 is fleeing and eluding 4th degree.
Added on by the prosecutor's office after the
Sir,
fact.
that is a felony, punishable by up
Malicious
to 2 years
prosecution.
incarceration and a $2,000 fine plus court costs, mandatory suspension by the Secretary of State.
My Secretary of
2
State, anything
is
is canceled. I have no contracts with the state of
vehicle.
Michigan.
That is a misdemeanor
This
charge.
is a matter of trust, Your Honor. This is a matter of trust. I am protected under a
90
trust.
days in jail, a $100 fine plus court cost. Count 3 on that complaint alleges operating a motor vehicle without security. That is a misdemeanor, not punishable by not more than 1 year incarceration and not less than $200 nor $500 fine plus court cost. Count 4 is operating while license suspended, denied, and or revoked. That is a misdemeanor.
All of my registrations are through the federal government. I have federal government registration. I do not have contracts with
Vehicle
the state.
could be subject to mobilization. Count 5 on that complaint alleges refusal to obey
I have an international driver's
police
permit.
officer. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days, $100 fine plus court costs. I would indicate to the defendant the same admonishments regarding the perils in representing oneself that I stated in the other case also apply to this case.
Were you served your
And
notice
if
and
the
summons yet, Your Honor?
wishes to have counsel appointed, the court would consider or would appoint.
Oh, not
counsel
this
to
guy
represent
again.
him in this matter.
Yep.
He apparently wishes to proceed.
Were you served your notice
Having
and summons
notice
for federal
of
court?
the charges, sir, do you wish to still proceed without an attorney?
I just want to know, where do you
Do
get your
you
powers?
wish
Are
to
you an Article
proceed?
3 judge or an Article 6 judge? Where are
Do
your
you
vested
wish to
powers? Can you
proceed
answer
without
that?
an attorney?
You can't even answer
look
me
it
what your
up.
powers are.
You can look it up.
No, you guys disconnected my access to any kind of law library or anything. You are an Article 6 judge under the Michigan Constitution. You have no authority to deprive me of my
We'll
rights.
see how much authority I have. I will assume that you wish
This is
to
a matter
proceed
of
without
trust.
counsel. I will assume you wish to proceed without counsel and that you will wish to continue to proceed.
Practicing law from the
until you
bench.
inform the court otherwise. Ms. Lundy.
Did you hear that? Like he had a gotcha. Practicing law from the bench. Are you kidding me?
You
This
know,
moron.
I'm surprised he's not going after the flag.
Right. Right.
Because I'm expecting him to go. He doesn't recognize the authority of a flag of a court that hangs a gold French flag, which means it's a morality court, which means it's a naval court martial. He cannot be court martialed twice, and that is all. Furthermore,
And he's filed a case in federal court. So he thinks a traffic matter in Michigan should be moved to federal court.
Yes, of course it can. Don't be silly.
Yeah, what was I thinking? I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Open your head and take out your brain, then close your head back up.
Yes.
Then it makes sense.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is the court completed the arraignment for the record at this time?
Well, he had been arraigned. I was just admonishing him of the perils of representing himself and that it requires in part that I let him know what he is charged with. And I've read them kind of in fully, more so than I would have because he refuses to acknowledge those. So I am satisfied that he now knows all of the charges that are against him.
Thank you, Your Honor. The people would like to be heard on bond when appropriate.
All right. What do we want to set this for? Do you wish to have a preliminary examination, sir?
This is a matter of a federal matter now, Your Honor.
No,
under
it's
case
not.
number 2511226 under the Eastern District of Michigan under the Honorable Mark A. Goldsmith and Magistrate Judge David R. Grand. There is no proceeding here, Your Honor.
There is no proceeding. Oh, there's a proceeding.
Well, yeah, malicious prosecution is what the proceeding is.
Okay, very good. Do you wish to have a preliminary examination?
There's no proceeding, Your Honor. This is a matter that should be stayed and
What is
dismissed.
the people's position on whether or not we should set this for a preliminary examination or adjourn the probable cause?
Your Honor, I don't know if the defendant has received all discovery in this matter as he is representing himself, so I would request a probable cause date, potentially.
Because you've got to send it.
Yeah, and who restricted my phone
Probable
calls?
cause conference. You know what? You're going to have to stop interrupting. I will give you an opportunity. You've been before me before. I will give you an opportunity to say whatever you want to say, but I'm not going to have you interrupt me, and I'm not going to have you interrupt people when they're talking. As long as you were saying.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have to there's video evidence in addition to the paper discovery. I've got to make arrangements with Lieutenant Arnett to work on that. So it may take just a bit longer. I would potentially look at the 7th, maybe, if the court would have entertained that. And then I will wait to be heard on bond when the time is appropriate.
I will adjourn the probable cause August 7th, 2025, 9 a.m. As to bond.
Your Honor, been reviewing X jail and I wanted to double check if the defendant had been arraigned. It's not clear to me from a couple of different things, but it does appear that he has been set with a $10,000 bond in 25F30979, as well as 25F40523, each $10,000.
Yes.
Your Honor, I do think it's important that the court have some additional information, and I would like to ask the court to revisit the issue of bond. First and foremost, I think it's important the court know that the facts alleged in the newest case, the 25F30979, it does include the fact that the Michigan State trooper who pulled the defendant over noted in his police report that the defendant had a license on his vehicle that indicated he was a diplomat and that he refused to identify himself.
Wait a minute.
That for
Diplomat.
quite a bit of time, additional units.
He had diplomatic plates.
He's a diplomat.
Yes.
And he has an international driver's license, just like,
Permit.
what's his name?
Yeah. Like Blandino. Like
yeah,
Blandino.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Right.
That works all the time.
Yep.
Be honest, Phil. You're thinking the same thing I am. The scene from Lethal Weapon 2.
Yes.
I have diplomatic immunity. You cannot
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah.
It's just been revoked. Handcuffs. Or in his case, window smash.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
God, the money they spend shit on.
Hell, if you want to piss your money away, just give it to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you should do that, NCR. Are you thinking of becoming a SovSed? Hey, wait. Do you want to piss your money away? Here's my PayPal.
Well, here's the thing. To quote Craig from The Office, not Craig, but Creed, you know, I've been involved in cults before, both as a member and as a leader. There's a lot more fun in it as a member, but you make a lot more money as a leader. I think we lost Phil.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Unlike Jim, I was letting you two express your thoughts thoroughly.
Exactly. Hi,
Just
Mona.
saying, Jim.
Hi,
Just saying,
Mona.
Jim.
What
Had
you
to
want,
be
baby?
brought to the scene from the
Hi,
sheriff's
baby.
department in order to, for lack of a better term, deal with the situation. And ultimately, they were able to identify him as the defendant, Daniel Magoo. The concern with that goes along with the other case, which is an OWI. It is charged as a third. I will note that it is a true fourth, to the best of my understanding. So there does appear to be an alcohol problem going on. And I also think it's important for this court to know, because I don't know that the court knows, the defendant has a third new case, telecommunications malicious use with a domestic relationship, that is currently pending as well. He's also been set $10,000, 10% in that matter. But I think
Where is that case out of?
that case is out of 14B, Your Honor, before Judge Washington.
A co-defendants with the federal case that you guys are both in, and this is a conflict of interest as both of you guys are defendants in my federal case.
Go ahead.
I also understand, Your Honor, that there is a municipal case out of Canton Township that was set for a jury trial in April of this year, where the defendant failed to appear. And there were jurors, there was a veneer that had been brought in. And I bring all of this up to say, Your Honor, that the people are concerned about the defendant's ability to remain law-abiding, because I'll also note for the record that at the time that the new resisting, obstructing, fleeing, eluding case and the telecommunications malicious use case came up, he was in bench warrant status before Judge Slay, is my understanding, for refusing to come after the case here had been bound over, refusing to appear in person. I say all of that to say this: I do think that $10,000 is too low, and I also am going to request a scram tether, because this is an OWI fourth alleged, as well as a GPS tether, given his history of failure to appear and failure to comply with court regulations. Thank you, Your Honor.
Is the bench warrant before
Tyrant.
Judge Slay still out?
She has bond denied in her case now.
His bond's been denied in that.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Got it. Anything you'd like to say?
Anything to do with any contracts with the state of Michigan are void ab initio for a matter of law, as I have an canceled driver's license and I have an international driver's permit. International driver's permit. And that also relates to the Canton case that they're trying to stick me for a driving.
Okay, this is a common mistake that all of these offsets seems to make. You can't have an international driver's permit without actually having a driver's license in the country that you originate from.
Yeah.
An international driver's permit only applies when you're driving outside of your country of residence. So
Yes.
if you went to Canada, for example, you could get an international driving permit. If you went to Mexico, or when I was in Chile and I rented a car, I got an international driving permit.
Yep.
But you're using common sense.
Don't do that, Phil. Don't be going there again.
Because he is not a citizen. He is a free man on the land, so he doesn't obey the U.S. laws because they don't apply to him. That's why he needs the international permit.
Yes.
But that pause phase on Judge Simpson is just priceless.
Yeah, he's just not like, I'm not even paying attention. I don't even know what you're saying. I'm not paying attention.
Unlicensed suspended citation in which that I have an international driver's permit, making it also void. All of my matters, including the vehicle that I'm registered under, are registered to the federal government, not the state, under the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. All of these charges are frivolous and a part of a long pattern of malicious prosecution by Ms. Londy, the Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office, and quite frankly, you, Your Honor.
Are you done?
Hearing argument regarding bond, the court does believe that it was an abuse of discretion given the circumstances of this defendant to set his bond at the $10,000 figure. After hearing argument, viewing the file, the court does believe that not only does the defendant pose a risk to the public,
no victims.
I do believe that the defendant is a risk of flight given those circumstances, and has indeed, or at least is charged in this case, refused to obey or fled and eluded it.
That was added on afterwards. The police officer did not report that at all.
The court, given those circumstances, would in each case raise the defendant's bond, grant the people's motion. Defendant's bond in each matter is set in the amount of $50,000 cash here. Thank you.
The tethers I requested, if he is able to post, Your Honor.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Well,
just brilliant. Yep.
If everybody doesn't mind, the court's going to take a very brief recess. And then I will come back.
He's going to go back in his chambers and laugh his ass off.
Yep. Yeah, that came from Old Squishy Gardener. So if you have not gone to Old Squishy Gardener, please do so and leave a like, share, and subscribe. And I'll post a link here in a minute. I have another one from Old Squishy Gardener in a different court, but similar nonsense.
oh, goody.
I think you'll like this one. Share screen. This one.
Yes, now we can hear you. Very good. All right, state your name for the record.
This is a new one for me. I'm not sure. This is Judge.
Very good. And we are
exact same name.
In regard to the matter for motion to
Allegheny.
dismiss, Mr. Gonzalez.
Your Honor.
I did hear you identify yourself as Fernando Gonzalez. Thank you. Please proceed with your motion
Yes.
for dismissal.
I'm here representing my corporate fiction of the same name. And I'm here to motion.
Well, you're here as,
I'm here to,
No, you're here as Fernando Gonzalez, because if
Right,
you're
but
not
I'm
here
not-
as Fernando Gonzalez, I will have to issue a bench warrant for Fernando Gonzalez.
There you go. That's why I don't.
You and I
That's why
both know I'm representing my corporate fiction, the all caps name.
You cannot do that. You cannot represent a party other than yourself, sir.
Well, then we got a problem.
You,
under this
you,
part.
and you and
Yeah,
I,
you got a
both- you and I
problem.
both know that. So
No,
proceeding
that's
as
not true.
Fernando Gonzalez,
If
do
I
you
own
wish
a
to
name-
address your motion for, do you wish to
If I-
address your motion for dismissal?
Yeah, I would like to challenge
Please do
jurisdiction
so.
like you didn't. I'm here by special appearance to challenge jurisdiction and motion to dismiss for lack of,
Where's my
lack of
soft note?
jurisdiction. I mean, I've all but trademarked my corporate fiction name. You know, we're gonna just have to do this again in 6 months once it's trademarked.
Trademark.
Well, that's not true. Your motion is dismissed and denied because it is not based on any actual recognized legal basis. So in regard to the trial,
I
Mr.
object to that.
Okay,
I
that's
object to
fine.
that
You can
strongly.
object. And upon receipt of your judgment, you can go ahead and file an appeal on that if you
Yep.
so choose, but we are proceeding. Mr. Duffield.
Thank you. I would call Deputy Louise Hempston to the stand. Your Honor, would you like me to approach the podium or may I stay at the table through the duration of questioning?
You can remain in the table.
There's no copy of my.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
That's it.
Have a seat, state your name, spell it for the record.
Louise Hempston, Hempston.
Very good. Please proceed.
Thank you. Deputy Hempston, where are you currently employed?
Allen County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been employed at that location?
Almost 5 years.
Right, and what are your job duties entail?
Road control for the Sheriff's Office.
Do you recall making a traffic stop with Mr. Fernando Gonzalez? I believe it was June of 2022.
Yes, June 26, 2020.
And do you know where this traffic stop was located?
It was on the northbound 131 on the 66-mile marker. It would have been in the Wayland Lake Township.
What was the nature of the stop? Why did you initiate a stop?
I observed a vehicle traveling in front of me. It was going northbound. I was also going northbound. The vehicle did not have a license plate registration attached to it. I could see.
And so you initiated a traffic stop at that point?
Yes, sir.
Did you make contact with the driver of the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Did you ask the driver for their license and registration?
Yes, I did.
Did the driver provide you such documentation?
He
I gotta
told me he didn't
object.
have those items. And that's he.
What is your objection?
He's labeling me a driver when he has no proof that I was transporting goods, services, or passengers for
Oh
hire.
my God.
Your objection's overruled. Please proceed.
Thank you. Again, did he provide any fee documentation that you requested?
When I asked for them, he said that he did not have
That is
them.
a great question, Touche.
Do you recall what type of
Oh.
vehicle?
What is it? I missed it.
She asked you, Pope Phil, why does Michigan have such a high number of soft SIDs?
I think it's something in the water there. I'm not really
I
sure.
rag on Michigan a lot, but they're leaving me with a lot of ammunition. I'm just saying. They have the highest capita of frauders next to California. They have a ton of soft SIDs. They have lions.
I would think now, and I don't know this because I really don't really look into whether there's courts there or not. But what I find interesting is I would think that in like maybe Idaho or something like that, where you have like a really big separatist movements, you would have more subsets in court. But Michigan, yeah, they seem to have an awful lot that I don't really understand
That's the
why they
craziest
have
thing.
And
That's
I
the
don't think, I think that you're going to see that more in federal court than you would in state court because
Right.
The Looney Tunes go super loony. These traffic offenses are nothing.
But if you look at it, you would think, like Phil said, you know, places like Idaho,
Yeah,
Montana, the Dakotas,
yeah.
you would see a lot more of them there. You would expect them there, but like there's like a handful at best in all the states that I just listed off.
Yeah. I don't know.
But it's like mostly like Minnesota and Michigan have them going on wild. It's like there's
I
a
know.
tour or something.
I really can't explain that. It just really is people who they're anti-government to a point because they'll willingly call the cops when they need them
Yep.
and be all on board for the cops to come solve their problems.
Yeah.
But when it comes to things like getting a license and a registration, well, that's just a bridge too far.
I think I know what I need to do to start making money off of these soft sids and from their gurus and all of their followers. I'm going to start my own tour, Soft Fest 2025, with the greatest and best in sovereign citizens hitting the main stage with
And
Ernie
if it's about-
McClintock.
And if it's about money, they end up paying 5 times as much as they would if they just got a frickin' driver's license and registered their car.
You're using logic again.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Shh, Gia, shh.
Bad Gia.
Very bad. Very bad. Stop it.
The individual was in?
It was a silver Ford, I believe it was a Focus.
And to your knowledge, is that a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Were you able to identify the driver in some capacity or in some way?
Yes, I was. There was some legal documents. The driver would not identify himself, and I attempted to look at the VIN plate on the front dashboard and the front windshield, which was verified some paperwork. That paperwork were legal documents and identified a person's name and also identified an address. I used that address and that name using Lean to come up with a name and a picture that identified the same person as was driving the vehicle.
And did you, when that was pulled up in your law enforcement information network, did that include information on whether the individual had a valid driver's license?
Send operator status was denied, suspended. So
Did you inform the operator of the vehicle about this?
yes,
All right, and then was the individual whose name you read and who law enforcement information network provided you the information, was that individual Fernando Gonzalez?
yes.
Your Honor, does the defendant have the, at this point, I would ask if the defendant had the capability to turn on his video camera so that the witness would be able to verify whether the person present is or is not that individual?
Mr. Gonzalez, turn on your camera, please.
Is it on? Can you see me?
No, you have it turned off, actually.
Well, it says it's on my end, but I don't see myself.
But you probably,
How's
there
that?
you go. There you go.
If
Yep.
if you were to see this individual again.
Oh,
would you be able
yeah.
to recognize him?
Yes.
All right, do you see that, if you see that person in the courtroom or on
Can I
Zoom?
speak up?
If you were to see that person in the courtroom or on Zoom, please identify them and point out
Yes.
something that they were.
Fernando Gonzalez on the Zoom screen.
Mr. Gonzalez, thank you for turning your camera on. If you don't wish to keep it on, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that, but I usually like to be looking at the person I'm dealing with in court, but I do need you to take your hat off because we are in court.
I'll take my hat off for $500.
Well, then you can either take your hat off or be held in contempt of court, or you can turn your camera off, one or the other.
I'll turn my camera off. I don't like being told what to do.
Of course not. Yes.
Very good.
May the record
That's your
reflect
story
He did it.
since 2 years
Yes.
old.
The judge, I think what the judge should have said was, I'll hold you in contempt of court for $500. So take your hat off, and there you save $500.
There you go. I don't like to be told what to do.
Yeah.
Well, then move somewhere else.
Yes, exactly. Don't live here.
Yeah. You don't want to
Don't
follow the rules.
laws.
Go
Don't live
somewhere
here.
else. Yep.
Yep.
And so you said that this traffic stop occurred northbound US 131 near the 66-mile marker?
Yes, sir.
To your knowledge, is that within the borders of Allegan County
Yes, sir.
in the state of Michigan?
Yes, sir.
And US 131, is that a limited access highway?
Yes, it is.
All right, at this point, Your Honor, I would ask to move to admit the People's Marked Exhibit 1 under MCL 257.204A, given that it is a record kept by the Secretary of State in compliance with that statute and is a certified copy of such, if I may approach.
You may.
For the record, I would state that I emailed a copy of this document to the defendant at the email address I had on file approximately 25 minutes prior to the start of the trial time.
All right. Any objection to the exhibit, Mr. Gonzalez? No objection, it's admitted. Anything further?
Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness at this point. Thank you.
Mr. Gonzalez, do you have any questions? Mr. Gonzalez appears not to have any questions. He's muted himself, so you may step down.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I do have a question.
All right.
How did we get this far without establishing jurisdiction?
This jurisdiction is established by the Michigan Constitution, and
Did you get the paperwork that I
duly
sent?
recognized court of the state. I've already ruled on that motion, sir. If you wish to address it on appeal, you're welcome to do so. We do have a jurisdiction. Any further questions
you
of
don't
this
have jurisdiction.
witness?
You're not the
Of
boss
this
of me.
witness? Do you have any questions?
You're
of
not the
witness?
boss of me.
Of this witness? No, I don't think I do, other than
All right.
who's
You may step down.
the injured party here? I mean, I would like to cross-examine the injured party, not the police officer that wrote the ticket.
That's not happening.
Okay, very good. Anything else you'd like to present, Mr. Gonzalez?
I would like to present the documents that I emailed you earlier with.
We've already
my-
established your
my
motion
request.
for dismissal has been denied.
What
If
about
you
the
wish to
other
address
stuff
that on
that-
appeal, if you wish to address that on appeal, you're welcome to do so. I did receive your lien notice. I have no idea what that is supposed to mean. So anything else you'd like to present to the court?
Which question did you have on the document?
I don't have any questions on it. It
Well,
is
if you don't
meaningless
know
to
what
me.
that document is, then maybe we should.
Well, the document,
pause for a
sir,
minute and
the
figure
reason,
it out, because
well,
You're
I can
fishing
tell you
for
this,
jurisdiction when you don't
sir.
have any,
sir,
and
sir,
Your
the
Honor,
document,
we can't
the
proceed.
document.
We can't proceed without
All
jurisdiction.
right, I have an idea, sir. You don't interrupt me and I'll try not to interrupt you. So go ahead and make, if you've indicated that you didn't have any questions, and that's fine. I told you the reason that in regard to that, the notice of lien you sent, it's a meaningless document from a legal point of view. All right? Anything
Okay.
else you'd
I
like
don't
to
agree.
establish on the record?
Yeah, what about my
Okay,
FOIA
he has
request?
nothing further. You wish
Yes,
to
I
sum
do.
up any arguments you have?
I object.
Mr. Duffield.
You're not letting me proceed. You're not letting me defend
Sir,
myself.
you're not proceeding. You keep saying you want a motion for dismissal, but I've
I
already
didn't say that.
directed
I
that
mean, I
that is
said it
denied.
But I asked you, did you read the FOIA request that I just sent you a while back?
Sir, I did not read a FOIA request because I haven't received one. So I can
I
tell
sent
you,
one.
and not only that, that would be irrelevant to this proceeding.
How
in
would
any
you know
event.
without
So,
reading it first?
Mr. Anything further?
How would you know with?
Hey, Karen! Facebook Karen's here.
Hey, Karen.
Without reading it first?
Because a FOIA request in regard to this matter, we are talking about a motion, a trial for driving with license suspended. Do you have anything pertinent to that in regard to this trial?
Yeah, the FOIA request that I sent you. Pretty
Okay,
much takes
anything
me out
other
of
than
your
that?
jurisdiction.
Sir, I am deeming that to be irrelevant. You can take that
Without
up on
reading it
appeal as
first?
well. You
Without
can take
reading
that
it
up on
first,
appeal
really?
as well. Well,
So you're
sir,
gonna-
we're on trial. You don't file things a moment before a trial and then expect the court to receive it. First of all, we didn't receive it. But in any event, sir, I've already
Well, I
made my
never
ruling.
even-
Do you
I
have,
never
sir,
can-
I'm not going to argue with you. The matter is,
never-
that is
Hey,
disposed
Phil
of. You can
Plaza,
address it on
That's why
appeal.
we're here
Anything-
today, is to argue. Now,
Sir,
listen,
Yes.
This is broken system, broken trust with teeth.
Yes. Right.
That's not very nice to say about.
See?
Yeah.
And
See?
in a better county. Allegheny
He sounds
County is
just like
slightly
him.
better. Yeah,
That's
slightly
not
better
true.
county.
That's not true. He does not sound like me. That's very hurtful. That's very hurtful. You're depriving me of my subject matter jurisdiction.
You do it to me every time.
Well, it's spot on. I took time.
I know it is. I know it is. That's why this guy is deadpan for him with teeth.
You
That
know the
monotone-
worst?
Yeah.
You know the worst is that Guido Hatzis, who called in the other day, that guy was just totally out of line, and I felt like he was ruining the show, and I need to go back to my cardboard box.
Oh God. Okay, proceed. I needed that giggle. I needed that giggle.
sir, you can
Your
address it on appeal.
Your
You can
Honor,
address it on appeal, sir.
you want to get out of this so bad, you don't even want to fight with me on this, or what? You're just
I don't
gonna
want to fight with you at all because that's nonsense. I don't want to fight with you. I have nothing against you, sir. I'm just asking you to proceed with pertinent information.
Well, how would you know if something's pertinent if you don't look
Okay,
at it?
that's enough. All right, any arguments in summation, Mr. Duffield?
Your Honor,
You're
my
in
office's
court.
obligation is to prove the elements of this crime, each one by beyond the reason.
You're in court, charged with an offense. A Freedom of Information Act isn't relevant to what's going on in court. So, what does he think a FOIA is? I wonder.
Reasonable doubt. The elements being that first, that the defendant operated a motor vehicle, which is defined under MCL 25733 as a vehicle that is self-propelled. I believe based on the testimony that the vehicle at issue in this case meets such a definition. Second, that the defendant was the one who operated that vehicle on a highway, US 131 being the limited access freeway, with a 66 mile marker. I believe we have.
I object.
Is the only testimony in evidence compels that conclusion. And third, that at the time that the defendants, at the time of the travel, or of the driving, the defendant's operator's license was suspended or revoked. We've heard testimony from the deputy that she cross-checked using the law enforcement information network, which showed that the defendant had a suspended or revoked license. Further, we have since procured a copy of the Secretary of State certified driving record that the Secretary of State maintains by statute, which also shows that it has been suspended. So I believe we've met all of the elements of the crime beyond a reasonable doubt, and I would ask that the court find such. Thank you.
Any argument pertinent to the case, Mr. Gonzalez?
No, Your
Yeah.
Honor.
I thought this case was squashed a long time ago, or else I would have prepared for trial, which I never even consented to last time I challenged jurisdiction.
Yeah,
I should
consent
get
to
more time
trial.
to defend myself if this case is going to be
Okay.
going forward without me being able to defend myself. That's not fair. I thought this case was squashed the moment I sent that ticket back, with all rights reserved.
Well, that's
With
nonsense,
72 hours.
and,
You,
so that is,
With nothing to
you've
base
known this
that
case
on
has
other
been
than-
pending. This case has actually been pending since
Where the hell is he reading that
2022.
that's not my
Um,
fault.
Hold on.
Yeah, it
I
is.
gotta go. I want to go back
This
to.
case was squashed the moment I sent that ticket back, with all rights reserved.
Yeah.
Hey,
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
Well, that's
With
Return to
72
sender.
hours,
hey.
you,
So that
Just
is,
with nothing to
you've
base
known this
that on
case
other
has
than-
been
The
Yeah,
judge
just
goes, "Well,
just
that's
return to sender."
nonsense." Well,
Like that Visa bill I got. Just send
Yeah,
it back.
right.
You know
Right.
what?
Just send shit back.
I think I know
Just
what his
send shit
problem is.
back.
He
Yep.
didn't send it back in red ink.
All rights reserved. Yep.
It has to be in red ink.
Right.
Yep.
been pending. This case has actually been pending since 2022.
That's not my
Um,
fault.
Here,
I
well,
rescinded
that
that
is
ticket
indeed
in
your,
72 hours.
in any
So
event.
your guys.
I do find that the people have proven their case beyond a reasonable doubt. I do find that he's guilty in this matter. Fines are $250, state costs $50, court costs $200, crime victim right fee of $75.
You don't have my consent on any of this.
And $150 in bench warrant fees.
And I want my bail back too.
Well, you ain't getting it.
That would be then a total of $725, and I'll
There
give you
you
90 days
go.
to take care of that.
Yes.
Is there
not gonna
bond,
happen.
is there actually bond that's been posted? We have $300 bond. We'll apply a bond,
I object to that.
Of course you do.
and we're applying it.
For a victimless crime, that's,
And remaining balance of $425 is due within 90 days.
Well, I ain't
We're
gonna
all
pay
set.
it.
We're gonna mail out the judgment to you, sir. If you wish to appeal, you're welcome to do so.
thanks.
Exhibit, Judge,
I'm sorry?
exhibit.
The exhibit's returned to the prosecutor.
Well, that was fun.
It was.
Always makes you feel very smart. I love those videos.
Doesn't it?
Feels so-
Doesn't it?
Smart.
It just makes you feel better about yourself. Like,
It's always funny to hear them say, "Can you prove jurisdiction?"
uh-huh.
And I think there was a Kentucky judge, and he did it best. He's like, "I can prove jurisdiction right now. Take her in for contempt."
That actually, no, that was Oakley in Michigan.
No, there was one in Kentucky.
Oh, was there?
Yeah,
Oakley did. Actually, Oakley did something similar. What Oakley did is he goes, "I can prove jurisdiction right now. When I called the case, you appeared.
Yep.
If it isn't you, you wouldn't have bothered."
Exactly.
Well, no,
Good point.
this woman is in a Kentucky courtroom, and she is yelling at the judge to show her that he has jurisdiction over her. And he explains it very nicely at first, like, well, the fact that I have the legal documents and that you're here, and the fact that we're in the state of Kentucky and there's the state flag and the plaque and all that, and I'm in the black robe. So she keeps pushing it by yelling, "Show me the law." He's like, "Okay, fine. Take her in for contempt." I mean, he has jurisdiction.
Yeah, none of these arguments work, and they haven't ever worked. And why they continue to make them, I don't know. But it is humorous. It at least gives us something to laugh at.
Yes, exactly.
So, I like that.
Me too.
Okay, so we've been going over a little over an hour. I think we should get on about our Saturday nights. Gia has things to do.
I do.
That we will not mention.
Nope.
NCR and I are just pathetic losers. So.
Yes. I am a goth girl-less loser right now because I have no goth girls in my harem.
Yes.
But I am taking applications.
Okay. Send all inquiries to NCR News.
Yep.
123 Walla Walla, Washington.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody. everybody. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us.